Like you said earlier, they just played about 10 days ago, so it'll be interesting to see what adjustments each coach made.
And the opening tap is, well, you are not permitted to be the one to you can't tap it to yourself. So I guess you could argue the first break of the game goes to Littleton.
Yeah.
What happened was it just went straight up, and Alex Leslie was the one who grabbed the tap. Grady Hadlock feeds baseline for Gray Akins, who gets underneath the basket and drops in the first points of the game. The Roby brothers are tremendous three-point shooters. Leslie, that was a great head fake. He feeds it to Clough, and we're tied at 2.
I was a little surprised that after Aiken scored, the Crusaders didn't press, because they usually come out and press after a made basket.
Hoskins pulls up from just inside the three-point line, and he nails it. So all 3 shots have fallen here early.
Yeah, that was a tough shot by Hoskins right there. Man right in his face. Crusaders in a man-to-man, looks like.
Wakeham feeds Leslie. And they're weaving around. They get it to Roby for 3. No good. Clough fights for the rebound. And he and Lopez fight for it. And it's knocked out by Clough.
Patriots in a 2-3 zone.
That first game, Carson Roby was on fire, hitting 5 threes in the first about 10 minutes of the game. See if he gets started. Hoskins now swung around to the corner. Landon Lord goes baseline. Tough feed for Lopez as he's triple teamed. Tried to get it back out. Stolen by Josh Roby. He goes on on Hoskins. And Hoskins knocks it out of bounds. I think he thought he got called for a foul on that one initially, but it wasn't a foul. And fed up top for Wakeham, who makes a really acrobatic catch. Three-pointer by Josh Roby. And it hit the top of the backboard stanchion, so it'll go back over to the Crusaders. 4-2 here after each team scored on the first 3 trips up the floor. Akins now manages to kind of roll it back to Hadlock, and his entry pass is intercepted by Wakeham. Profile Patriots coming directly towards us, moving from right to left on your screen. Wakeham gets the shot up, no good, and he was fouled by either Lopez or Hoskins. We'll call it on Hoskins. And Wakeham with a chance to even the game up here. That first game was 86-81 in overtime.
Yeah, I watched that. There wasn't a whole lot of defense being played in that one.
Well, the score at the first quarter was 24-23. It kind of slowed down a little bit after that, but not too much. And that's a good start to the game free throw shooting-wise. We already have our second tie.
Yeah, and I think that's big for the Patriots to get somebody other than Roby and Leslie to score. I believe they're the only 2 that average double figures for the Patriots, whereas the Crusaders have 4 that average double figures, more balanced scoring.
Shot is blocked, and Leslie comes away from the rebound. That was Hadlock having a shot blocked. Josh Roby cranks the long 3, front iron no good. So a little bit of a slow start for him, although I wouldn't worry too much about the fact that he's going to get his share.
Yeah, he's going to put up enough shots to score, that's for sure.
Tough move by Hoskins, out for the 3 by Lopez, no good, and Clough grabs the rebound, and they lead the fast break quickly. Roby gets the banker up, no good. Carson Roby got the rebound, but then he missed the putback. Now quickly up at the other end. Hadlock, tough feed in the paint for Lopez, and saved by Hoskins. Back out for an open 3 by Grady Hadlock. In and out again, no good, and grabbing the rebound was Leslie. But slowing it down a bit here.
Yeah.
Wakeham. Dribbles into trouble, but gets it back out to Alex Leslie. He goes to the basket, drives tough. Oh, good feed, and now into the corner. Pulled out by Wakeham. He finds Clough underneath, and he banks it in. And Profile has their first lead of the ball game. That's 6-4.
Looks like Coach Howard has Lopez kind of hanging in the middle, not really guarding Clough at all, and kind of there for help on any penetration.
I'm not sure whether that was partially blocked, but it ended up not touching the rim, and the rebound was grabbed by Clough. Clough, the leading scorer, with 4 here. Josh Roby goes baseline, no look for Clough. He manages to regain it. Carson Roby's shot's partially blocked, and Hoskins grabs the rebound, and I think they're going to get Leslie on that one. Nope, take it back. It'll be Carson Roby on the foul. In come Riley Plant, number 12, and Billy Joseph, the only senior on the team for Profile. So each team now with 1 foul. Lopez.
Good quick double there by the Patriots.
Pull up runner in the lane, no good by Akins, and grabbing the rebound was Billy Joseph. 6-4. 3:16 remaining here in quarter number 1. Wakeham. Tough feed down low. Double team on Leslie. He feeds. Plant was streaking to the net. Billy Joseph feeds back, and his pass is stolen. Trey Akins managed to get himself out of some trouble. Hadlock now, Lord. Hoskins, and now over to Akins. He gets the runner up in the lane. 3-pointer by Caden Hoskins, and that's good.
That was a good find by Akins right there. I mean, he probably could have had the shot himself and knew right where his shooter was going to be.
Both of these teams can certainly shoot threes, and it's 7-6. That's the first one of this game. I'm confident it won't be the last. Roby gets a shot up, partially blocked by Lopez, and the rebound is saved by Hadlock. He tries to go coast to coast as Lopez feeds Hoskins. No good, and Lopez was able to grab the rebound, and after that happened, they're going to call a foul.
That'll be 2 on Hoskins.
Hoskins has 5 points, but he has 2 fouls.
Now, that was a good call by veteran official Parrington. We could see that from this end. Had a pretty good look at it.
So both fouls called on Littleton have gone to Hoskins. Alex Leslie stopped before he ran into a triple team. Josh Roby gets the runner up, and good. So those are his first points of the game. And it's now 8-7. Hoskins fakes the 3. Feeds into the corner for 3. A little bit long. And the rebound tapped back out and grabbed by Josh Roby. And the runner up by Roby hit the side of the backboard. Wanted a foul, no call. Ray Akins at the other end. Wow, and that was a quick move to the basket. He just went by everybody.
Yeah, he's quick.
So 9-8 in favor of Littleton. Wakeham with Hoskins on him. Hoskins has to be careful. He's got 2 fouls already. 3 by Roby. He doesn't get the roll. And coming away with the rebound is Hadlock. Up at the other end, Lopez gets the runner up and good. His first points of the game. And they just got the ball up the floor so quickly right there.
Yep.
So it's 11-8. That's the biggest 3 points is the biggest lead of the game so far. Leslie couldn't get the layup to fall. And Grady Hadlock now with his 3rd rebound. We're under a minute. And the ball just kind of flies into the corner. But Lord there for it. He feeds Lopez, and he's going to be called for steps.
Yeah, that was a good call.
Gavin Lewis comes into the game. He's an interesting guy because they used him in the game the other night against Groveton. He hit 4 threes in that one. I told him after the game, if you had hit one more 3, we would have given you player of the game. Roby goes by Lopez, gets to the basket, gets the runner up, no good. But he nearly takes out the referee, Tim Purrington, as he is able to draw the foul. And I think that'll be on Carmichael Lopez. He really just shot by Lopez. And that'll be the first on Carmichael Lopez. Roby shooting free throws. And that's good. So he has 3. In comes Caleb Massini replacing Carmichael Lopez. Second free throw. Front iron's no good, and Hoskins comes away with a rebound. 20 seconds to go, 11-9. This is nothing like the last game where it was 24-23 at the end of the first quarter, but it's tight. Runner up by Akins, no good. Wakeham comes away with the rebound. He's down to 7 seconds, and they try to push it quickly. Josh Roby, he went right by Akins and drops in the layup as time expires. And our first quarter score is the same as our halftime score of the girls' game, 11-11. And why don't we just talk about some of our sponsors?
I'd go right at Hoskins as much as I can to try to get that third foul on him because he's a big part of what the Crusaders do offensively.
It's Gavin Lewis. And a reach in there by Grady Hadlock. He makes the steal, and he's home free, and he lays it up and good.
He's been playing better the last few games for them.
Grady Hadlock and Landon Lord, probably those two guys. They knew what they had with Carmichael Lopez and Hoskins, but those two improving the way they have has really been a big part of Littleton.
Yeah, the 4 people you just mentioned all average double figures in points, so that's tough to beat, especially if you have someone like Lewis who can hit threes.
Here's a 3 by Hoskins, no good. Knocked around. Akins had the rebound. It's picked up by Gavin Lewis. Hoskins will try now in the lane, and he's going to draw a foul as he went to the basket.
The thing is, some of these kids play AAU together. I know Akins goes over and plays with the profile kids. I believe Lopez might also. I'm not sure about Hoskins or not, but so these guys, probably know each other very well.
Hoskins' first free throw is up and good, and I've said it a bunch of times. Caden Hoskins, one of his number one strengths is that he's a really good free throw shooter, and he gets down in some of those games where he's taking 10 free throws in the fourth quarter. He's making 9 of them.
Yeah, and he's a very good, pure shooter. I mean, he don't take much for him to get his shot off, and he shoots at a pretty good percentage. I'm not sure what it is, but you don't see him have those games where he shoots, 15 shots and only makes 3,
And a reach-in foul called on Grady Hadlock. Alex Leslie is a major part of the profile soccer team as well. Actually, that's the way it is a lot of the times at the schools around here.
Yeah, these small schools, they have to pretty much be 3-sport athletes for the most part.
Clough, he had 4 points early in that first quarter. Profile back to their starting lineup of the Robies, Leslie, Wakeham, and Clough. Good lane to the basket by Roby, and he gets the runner up. It spins around a couple of times and falls for him. He's got 7. He and Hoskins both have 7 for their respective teams. 15-13. Akins feeds Hadlock about a lane to the basket. Found Caleb Massini, no good. And grabbing the rebound out of there is Leslie. That's 4 rebounds for him already. Stolen back by Grady Hadlock, and then they call an over and back. Back in come Lord and Lopez, replacing Lewis and Massini. Here's the CN Brown replay. Oh, yep.
Yeah, it was a good call.
Roby. Oh, great
Nice
no
pass.
look for Clough, who gets his man up in the air, and he banks home the layup. 6 points for Clough, and we're tied at 15. Runner up by Akins, and he's called for the charge.
I've seen Akins look to score more tonight, I think, than I have in every game I've covered of the this year.
Well, he has games where he might have 2 points, and then, if you'll recall, for those of you who watched the game against Profile the first time they played, he had 14 in that one. Every starter for Littleton had double digits in that game. Wakeham feeds Leslie, who banks it up and good, and 6 straight points now for Profile, and they regain the lead. First 2 of the game by Leslie.
Yeah, I think the thing with with Akins is you can really back off him. He doesn't really look to shoot that outside shot very often.
But then again, he always manages to get by his man, it seems like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think you have to back off him by a lot because he's so quick that, if you're within 5-6 feet of him, he's going to go around you.
Well, if you thought this game wasn't going to be exciting, 5 lead changes and 4 ties already. As that ball is turned over. Both teams have their starting lineups on the floor. They've both used substitutions a little bit, but looks like they might slug it out with these 10 for most of the game. Hoskins may have an issue because he's got those 2 fouls. Lopez, turnaround jumper from about 12, no good. And Carson Roby grabs the rebound. Pull up long 3 by Roby, and he nails it. So 10 by Josh Roby, and that might be a bad harbinger if you're Littleton if he gets going.
Yeah, and like I said, he's going to put up enough shots that if he gets hot, look out.
Long 3 by Hadlock, and that's good. Grady Hadlock with 5, and we're tied at 20. Lobbed up ahead for Wakeham into the corner. Carson Roby got jumped on quickly, and his pass is intercepted up the other end. Grady Hadlock, what a tough move that was. As he had a couple of guys flying at him, and he was able to knock it in. Wakeham quickly goes by a couple of players, gets the runner up, no good, but Clough grabs the offensive rebound and sticks the putback. Great first half by Jackson Clough, and it's now 22 all.
Yeah, you gotta like the speed of the game, that's for sure, if you like offense.
Long 3 by Hoskins, and that's good. His second 3 of the game. And it's now 25-22. Wakeham. Oh, great pass for Clough. He turns around, swatted away by Lord.
Really good defense right there.
At the other end, laid up and getting the roll was Landon Lord. He makes the block and then takes it coast to coast.
That was a tough finish right there.
And they call it jump ball as Hadlock ties up his opposite number, Alex Leslie. Riley Plant will replace Carson Roby.
Wow, instant replay right there. Well, that was a nice finish.
Long 3 by Hoskins, and a long rebound grabbed by Wakeham, and a foul will go for the reach in or over the back by Landon Lord. So this game is pretty much working the way we thought it would, but much more scoring here in the second quarter. Leslie holds, and they need to move the ball across the midcourt line. Now they do with relative ease. Handed off for a 3 by Josh Roby, no good. Carmichael Lopez comes away with the rebound. No look ahead for a long 3 by Grady Hadlock, and that's good. So 30-22 in favor of Littleton. So it was, I'm trying to think of what it was. It was 11-11. Look at these. They're just taking longer threes, it seems like. And what I started to say was an 8-point run here by Littleton. After the great play by Clough to get the tying basket at 22, they've scored the last 8. And this timeout, by the way, is being brought to you by White Mountains Community College. Today's replays are being brought to you by C.N. Brown Company, providing the best home energy options throughout New England for over 70 years with over 70 Big Apple stores and 25 energy offices throughout Maine, New Hampshire, and Vermont. Proudly support the coverage of Northern New Hampshire athletics on NSN. And the Littleton Freehouse Tap Room and Eatery is your hometown favorite with locally sourced food, craft beer, wine, and spirits. Littleton Freehouse offers a diverse menu with unique salads, sandwiches, and entrees. The drink menu features creative cocktails and 16 rotating craft beers on draft every day. The perfect place to bring a family or meet up with your gang going to a Crusader game. Fuel up before or after at the Littleton Freehouse. Go Crusaders. And I believe that was Alex Leslie with the three there.
Roby.
Josh Roby. Another three at the other end by Hadlock, and he responds. That's what you do.
Yeah.
When one team hits a three, you respond with another one. Hadlock with 11 points here in this second quarter. Diving interception attempt. Oh, great play by Leslie, reaching over the back and grabbing the loose ball. Roby, he'll crank another three. In and out. And a rebound grab by Carmichael Lopez.
I think the thing is that, if you get past Littleton's press, you can probably get just about any shot you want. And same thing at that end. I think, Littleton moves the ball around just a little bit. They're going to get whatever they want against Profile.
10-point lead now for Littleton. They've outscored Profile 13-3 in the last probably 2 minutes or so. Wakeham, a little backdoor feed for Riley Plant, who makes a nice move but can't finish. And grabbing the rebound there was Landon Lord. 1 minute to go. Crossover by Akins. He plays catch with Lopez. Now pulls it back out for Hadlock into the paint, and now back out for another long three by Hadlock. Tapped around, and grabbing the rebound finally was Plant. And I think they're going to call a foul there for the reach in after the rebound on Carmichael Lopez.
That's his second also, isn't it, Jonathan?
Yes, it is. So that's one thing that could become a problem, and they're going to take him out, and they're going to take Hoskins out with 45 seconds to go. Smart move by Trevor Howard, not wanting either one of those two guys to get their third foul. They're replaced with Gavin Lewis and Caleb Massini. So it's those two along with Hadlock, Akins, and Lord. Josh Roby will shoot free throws here. 7 fouls now on Littleton, just 2 on Profile. So they have no issues with fouls right now. That actually was a problem.
Yeah, the debating on who should be shooting a foul shot. Josh Roby went to the line. Coach Howard is right. It was Plant. We can see here on our instant replay by C.M. Brown. Yeah, it was number 12. Yeah.
And they took him out of the game, so he's going to have to come back in.
Yeah. So
Plant replaces. He was being replaced by Billy Joseph, but now he's back out on the floor.
Yeah. It's good that the officials discussed that. Smart move, I guess, in a way by the Patriots to try to get your best player on the foul line.
And the front end of the 1-on-1 is no good as Massini comes away with the rebound.
It's a way to be on top of things if you're Coach Howard also.
And the runner-up no good by Akins. Quickly back the other way comes Alex Leslie. He gets into the paint, gets the runner-up, and banks it home. And that was all Alex Leslie on that one. He didn't score in the first quarter, but he's got 4 here in the second.
Yeah, he's pretty athletic for a big kid.
Well, most coaches, when they give us our keys, when they're playing profile, stop Alex Leslie and Josh Roby. That's almost always in them.
Yeah. I said those are the only two, I believe, that scored double figures for them. So
long three by Hadlock, no good at the buzzer. And that will do it for the first half. So great action, as expected. Littleton comes away with 24 points in that second quarter, and they lead 35-27 at the end of the first ball. Josh Roby had 13 to lead the way for Profile. Grady Hadlock responded with 13, including 11 in that second quarter. Almost reaching in for the steal was Dre Akins. Now going to the basket is Roby, and he's able to draw the third foul on Carmichael Lopez. Now I take it back. I think they may have called it on Landon Lord as he was going to the basket. But we'll wait for the scoreboard to tell us.
Yeah, I believe you're right, Jonathan.
And Roby makes the front end of the two-shot foul. So that's 2 now on Landon Lord. A lot more fouls were called in that first half on Littleton than on Profile. And a heads-up play by Alex Leslie as he throws the ball off of the Littleton player. And it goes right back to the Patriots. Leslie. And he tried to make a move to the basket, but he shuffled his feet.
But I think if I'm the Patriots, I would definitely try to get him involved a lot more. He's very athletic. I think he can take his man off the dribble in a lot of cases.
Ray Akins surrounded by 3 guys, goes back outside for the Hoskins 3, and that's good. I wonder how many quarters this year Caden Hoskins has not made a 3.
I bet it isn't many.
It probably is not.
Probably when they're winning by a lot and he's not out there, I guess.
Almost stolen, but a good play by Wakeham to maintain possession. Long 3 by Josh Roby, and he responds. And as I said earlier, that's what you do when one team makes a 3. You come back and make one of your own.
Yeah. It's a good thing that went in, too, because he probably would have heard it from his brother. His brother was wide open on the other side over there.
Runner in the lane there by Landon Lord. That's 40-31. Now some pressure in the backcourt. And Leslie tries to clear the midcourt line. They're running out of time. Oh, they called him for 10 seconds.
We don't see that very often anymore.
So now an opportunity to get the lead over 10 again if you're Littleton. Dre Akins now feeds Lord, and the entry pass is stolen by Leslie, and now finally corralled by Jackson Clough. Josh Roby, leading scorer in the game with 17 rather. Alex Leslie looks to make a move to the basket. Oh, nice feed for Clough. Oh, just couldn't quite finish. And then it's knocked out of bounds by Carmichael Lopez. Jackson Clough really involved in the offense here tonight.
Yeah, that was a nice pass by Leslie right there. Unfortunately, Clough couldn't finish it.
Inbounded. That was a tough feed. Good athletic grab by Leslie. Clough holding. Now a long 3 by Roby. Front iron no good, and rebound grabbed away by Grady Hadlock. Quickly up the other end. Nice little hesitation move and into the lane. Great play by Caden Hoskins. He has 5 in this quarter. And let's see. That'll be 15 for the game for him. Good job clearing. And the runner up and good by Leslie as he avoided the foul. Hadlock's opposite number tried to draw that foul, but he didn't get the call. And a nice feed underneath for Lopez, and the reverse layup is up and good. And the team's picking up where they left off in that second quarter, getting a lot of points here early. Leslie able to avoid the offensive foul again that time.
Yeah, I think if Hadlock would have fell over, I think he could have got the call probably.
Oh, nice little short runner by Josh Roby. He has 6 points here in this quarter. And Dre Akins trying to drive to the basket, draws the foul. And that one will be on Josh Roby. Only the third foul called on Profile in the entire game.
Wow. Yeah, not surprised, I guess, really.
It was 35-27 at halftime. Scoring has continued here in the first few moments of the second half. 3 by Hoskins, no good. Long rebound is finally grabbed by Billy Joseph. It was tipped to him by Josh Roby. Leslie gets into the paint, gets the runner up and good.
And I think if I'm the Patriots, that's where I'm looking to go right there. I mean, he should be able to get his shot off over Lord, I think, at any time. He's definitely got a few inches on him.
Fall away jumper by Hoskins is short, And the rebound grabbed by Clough. And another thing that'll do is it'll probably open up the space for Josh Roby a little bit more.
Yeah.
Billy Joseph has trouble with it, gets double teamed, but manages to get it to Josh Roby, whose three front irons no good, but an offensive rebound by Jackson Clough. Another fall away three by Roby is good. Josh Roby with
definitely not afraid to put up the shots.
No, he's not. Into the corner, faking the three, getting the runner up Lord for banker that's up and good by Dre Akins. He has 6. He hasn't scored since the first quarter, though. And it's now a 6-point lead at 46-40. Good job clearing the midcourt line there by the profile Patriots. Josh Roby feeds across. Leslie goes by one guy, gets the runner up. It's blocked. Rebound goes to Wakeham, though. Leslie spins in the lane, gets tied up, and they call a jump ball. The arrow favors Littleton. 46-40 is the score right now. Josh Roby, 22 points here, including 9 of the 13 scored in this quarter by profile. Nice little feed down low for the banker that's up and good by Carmichael Lopez. He's doubled his first half total with 4 points here in the third. Now the backcourt pressure, lobbed up ahead, and Leslie's able to get it away from the equally tall Hoskins. Oh, it goes right to the basket and lays it up and good. And Alex Leslie starting to heat up here in this third quarter. 48-40, and at the other end, past the feet of Lopez, and he throws it off the back of the backboard.
Yeah, I think he lost where he was right there for a second.
So now, chance to cut the lead, maybe down to 3. Leslie goes right by Hoskins, and they're going to call the reach-in on Caden Hoskins, and that'll be his third. I'm sure that was part of, as you had mentioned, Jamie, I'm sure that was part of the strategy going forward here, is to try to get as many fouls on the height for the Crusaders as they could.
Yeah, if you can get him in foul trouble, that basically brings you down to the 3 scorers, I guess.
Well, he's the most deadly because he's the best three-point shooter that they have. And a tough feed along the baseline for Wakeham, but Roby gets it back. 2:25 to go here in this third quarter. 6-point lead for profile. Long three by Roby. Front iron no good. And grabbing the rebound there was Caden Hoskins. Brady Hadlock, 13 points in the first half. Really hasn't done much here in this third quarter. And Hoskins splits the defense, and Lord, somehow it finds its way back to Lopez. And they'll reset. Hadlock right in front of Coach Howard to Hoskins. He gets the runner up, doesn't get the roll, and Wakeham will grab the defensive rebound.
Yeah, I think if I was the Crusaders, I'd, number one, I wouldn't let Akins help off Roby, and then I'd look to double team him anytime you put the ball on the floor, just to make somebody else other than him beat you, that's for sure.
Clough tries to go baseline past Lopez. He got cut off, so he pulls it back out for the runner up in the lane by Roby. Doesn't get it that time, and coming away with the rebound is Akins. Akins slows it down that time. No look for Hadlock's three. And rattles around, tap back, and Hadlock grabs his own rebound. He goes to Lord, and now back out for Hoskins, who fakes the three. Into the corner for the Lord three. High looping shot. No good. Tapped right back to Landon Lord by Lopez underneath Hoskins, and he banks it in. 50-42 as Plant back in the game. Tries to help break the press. They get it over the mid-floor line. Now ahead for Wakeham. Roby fakes the three. He makes a hesitation move and lost the dribble as it goes out of bounds.
Let's see if the Crusaders hold for one here, maybe. I doubt it. Not many teams do anymore, especially with 40 seconds left.
And that's just not their way to play, really.
No.
Akins being challenged at midcourt by Riley Plant. Gets the pick from Hoskins. And he makes the jump pass across for the three by Hadlock. Front iron no good. And Wakeham Another rebound. He's having a good game on the boards. 19 seconds to go. This could be a big possession here for Profile. Clough will take the three long, and the rebound is grabbed by Caden Hoskins. Quickly up the other way into the corner. Gavin Lewis fakes the three, now pulls back and nails it. Just inside the three-point line as time expires. And somehow or another, Littleton actually outscored Profile in that quarter, 17-15, and they lead 52-42 at the end of the third quarter. Let's take a break. You are watching New Hampshire High School basketball on the Littleton Chevrolet Crosstown Motors NSN Broadcast Network. Local people and community since 1889 and a proud supporter of our local athletes. Woodsville Guarantee Savings Bank, just like you, member FDIC. Leslie feeds baseline. Plant loses his balance but regains, and back out for Josh Roby. And now he gets the runner up in the lane, doesn't get the roll, and Lopez grabbed the rebound, but he was fouled after he kind of shot it out to Akins. Carmichael Lopez with his fifth rebound of the game. Connecticut Valley Design provides environmental permitting, septic design, and site development for customers in New Hampshire and Vermont. Visit our website at ctvalleydesign.com or call 603-616-8895 and see what we can do for you. Baseline jumper by Lopez is good. He just calmly stroked that one. And we'll just reset here. And it's 54-42, biggest lead of the game by Littleton. We had 7 lead changes and 6 ties when it was 22-22, but Littleton kind of took over a little bit from there. Leslie, Carson Roby, he cranks a three, no good, and Lopez taps the rebound to himself. And a bullet pass for Gavin Lewis, who looked like he wanted to shoot that three, but didn't. Akins down, nice little up and under move, just smothered by Alex Leslie. That's his third block of the game. To the other end, Roby gets to the basket, throws up a wild shot, no good, but he will draw the foul, and that might be on either Lopez or Hoskins. Lopez, I believe. That'll be his third.
Yeah, it's kind of a tough foul there, just kind of bailing Roby out. He had nowhere to go there.
Fouls barely called here in the second half. Only 3 on Littleton, 2 on Profile. Profile's only had 4 fouls called on him in this game. Akins comes out. Lord goes in for Littleton. Roby hit the first free throw. He had 9 big points in that third quarter, and he piles on here. He's got 24 now for the game, and it's 54-44. Three by Hoskins, no good, and we're grabbing the rebound there is Wakeham. Another rebound for him. Wakeham hasn't scored, but he has picked up 7 rebounds in this game. Back outside for the Wakeham fake three. Now he gets into the lane, and he draws a foul. I believe on, let's see if it's Lewis or Hadlock. It'll be Gavin Lewis, his first foul. Obviously only the 4th team foul, so no shots here. The Robies, Plant, Leslie, and Wakeham on the floor right now for Profile. Leslie lost his dribbles, able to regain, and he just forces his way in. He's got 8 points here in the second half, 12 for the game.
Yes, sorry, Jonathan. I was going to say, that's what I'd like to see the Patriots do more of, is get the ball into Leslie. You know, he looks like he'd be very hard to stop down there.
Well, he certainly is an aggressive player. And they're going to call a timeout here. This timeout is being brought to you by White Mountains Community College. Want a chance to win up to $4,000 during the Super Bowl? Head on over to Littleton Chevrolet's Facebook page for their $4,000 Super Bowl giveaway. All you have to do is pick the winning team, the correct final score, and the MVP of the game. That's it. At Littleton Chevrolet, we love what we do. We love supporting our community and love giving away some of our money. come on and try your hand at our Littleton Chevrolet Super Bowl giveaway. 6:05 remaining here in quarter number 4, and Jamie, this game has pretty much lived up to the billing.
Yeah, not as much scoring as the first time around. I'm sure both teams have made some adjustments.
Anyway, as you were saying.
I was going to say, both teams, I'm sure, have made some adjustments, and we'll see what happens these last 6 minutes.
The Crusaders have Lewis, Hadlock, Lord, Lopez, and Hoskins on the floor. Plant was just short of the midcourt line. He was flirting with a little bit of disaster there, but he did not get called.
Crusaders playing zone defense. I'm sure with a close eye on Roby.
Long three by Roby, and he gets it. And he just will step out further and further if you try to cut him off. He has scored at least 5 points in each quarter now. Into the corner for a three by Lord. A little bit long, and grabbing it is Wakeham. Again, Wakeham has not scored any points, but he's picked up 8 rebounds. Leslie, a little hesitation move. Wow, just swings his way under a couple players. Big offensive rebound by Plant, but he was throwing it to somebody who wasn't there, and it'll go back over to Littleton.
Yeah, that was a good hustle by Plant. I think he thought Roby was down there and wasn't.
A little pull-up jumper by Carmichael Lopez, and he is steadily scoring in this game. He has also scored at least one basket in every quarter. He's got 12 for the game, including 4 here in the fourth. Turnaround Plant now for Roby, now to the corner for the Wakeham three. Front iron no good, and Hoskins comes away with the rebound. Caden Hoskins, pull-up jumper from the free throw line, doesn't get the roll, and Alex Leslie closing in on a double-double with his 9th rebound. Josh Roby goes by 1 or 2 players, now goes by the whole team and banks it in.
That was a nice finish right there by Roby.
He's continuing to show why he's one of the leading scorers in the state. Lewis fakes the three. Now reaching in for the steal is Wakeham. He's able to beat Hadlock to it, and a pretty spectacular way for him to score his first basket of the game. Now it's a 3-point lead.
Yeah, just like that.
And almost stolen right back again by Josh Roby. And Dre Akins back in for Gavin Lewis. So it's Plant, the Robys, Leslie, and Wakeham on the floor right now for Profile. Akins, Lopez, Hoskins, Lord, and Hadlock for Littleton. Hoskins fakes the three, goes by Plant, pulls up from about 12, and gets the roll. Hoskins taking a lot more twos than he normally does.
Yeah, the Patriots are doing a pretty good job of spreading out that zone. I think the Crusaders can get the ball to the high post anytime they want. That's pretty wide open, has been all night. I think if you get the ball there, then you can reverse it for an outside three-pointer.
Three from the corner there by Carson Roby is no good. Hadlock grabs the rebound. He's a lane to the basket. He gets his own miss back, and a foul is called against Profile. Nope, take it back. It's called against
Hadlock, I believe.
I'll wait for the official, but Hadlock had his shot blocked and then got his own rebound, but then missed the stick back. Wakeham tries to go coast to coast, but he's forced to pull it back. Leslie feeds for a fake three by Wakeham. He gets the runner up and good, and Caden Wakeham he's waking up here in this fourth quarter. 58-55, and again, another barn burner for these schools that are less than 5 miles apart. Pull-up is blocked by Alex Leslie. He's had 3 or 4 blocks in this game. Now Leslie takes the feed up ahead, and he makes the layup that pulls Littleton within one, or rather pulls Profile within one, and that happened pretty quickly.
It did, yeah. Leslie did a good job getting down the floor, and they did a really good job of finding him.
So this timeout being brought to you by White Mountains Community College and the Littleton Free House. Well, there's the replay. We'll take a look at the replay first. Wow, that was a heck of a pass for Leslie, who banks it in. Littleton Free House Tap Room and Eatery is your hometown favorite with locally sourced food, craft beer, wine, and spirits. Littleton Free House offers a diverse menu with unique salads, sandwiches, and entrees. The drink menu features creative cocktails and 16 rotating craft beers on draft every day. The perfect place to bring the family or meet up with the gang. Going to a Crusaders game, fuel up before or after at the Free House. Let's go Crusaders. And you can kind of see the profile players really kind of encouraged with the way things are going for themselves right now as they have cut the lead. It was at one point 12 points just at the very start of this fourth quarter. Now it's down to 1.
Yeah, and they've got the crowd involved now. It was fairly quiet for what's been a pretty good game, but they've woken up now.
Dre Akins for Lord. Now lobbed across. Lopez faked the jump shot. Goes back to Hadlock. Now a corner 3 by Hoskins. And he doesn't get the roll, but Akins gets the rebound. He missed the putback. Now another offensive rebound by Lord. And he's able to draw a foul. And that was a great sequence for Littleton.
Yeah. Akins actually got pretty good on that rebound there for him. Here's a replay by Cian Brown. Yeah, Akins went up there. He got up over the top of Leslie. That's pretty good.
And Landon Lord hits the front end of the 2-shot foul. And the second one is no good. And you might have seen Hoskins there. He looked like he was going to reach over Wakeham, but then didn't. Smartly. Wakeham closing in on a double-digit rebound night. He's holding outside the 3-point line with Hoskins on him. We're down to 1:48 to go here. 2-point lead for Littleton. Leslie loses, and now he tries to dribble through a couple of guys, but he regains his composure, grabs the ball back. Wakeham slid to a stop and pulls back out again.
I think if I'm Akins, I face guard Roby. Somebody other than Roby.
Oh, almost getting that opportunity there was Leslie as he draws the foul, and he'll have a chance to tie the game up with a couple of free throws. That foul will go on Grady Hadlock as we look at the Cian Brown replay, and that's the first on Grady Hadlock. Now Alex Leslie, 2 big free throws here. He has 14 for the game, including 10 here in the second half. Now, Clough back in for Carson Roby. Clough's had a really good game here tonight. He's got 8, and Leslie ties the game up.
I think Jonathan's going to be looking at another overtime game.
Well, you know what? It hardly would be a surprise. Akins feeds into the corner Hadlock, and the pass is kicked by Jackson Clough. So the ball will go right back to Littleton. 1:18 remaining here, Jamie, and it's 59 all. We were tied at 22. That was the last time the game was tied. So all the way back come the Profile Patriots.
You see that middle of the paint right there is wide open, right around that foul line area.
Akins gets to the basket. Tough feed for Hoskins, who banks it in. Caden Hoskins, he's got at least 4 points in each quarter himself. And it's 61 to 59. Roby clears midcourt to Wakeham, who gets behind the defense and has it blocked from behind by Hoskins. And that'll be a reach-in foul on either Plant or Wakeham. It'll go on Wakeham. So great defensive, big block there by Caden Hoskins. He hits the basket to give him the lead, and he blocks a shot at the other end. Let's see, do they call another foul on that play?
No, just out of bounds. Coach Roy looked like he wanted a foul possibly out of it. Or maybe he thought it was off Littleton.
So an interesting tale of two games sometimes. Grady Hadlock had 11 points in the second quarter, 13 at halftime. He has not scored yet in the second half. Caden Hoskins leading the way with 20. Going coast to coast is Akins. He feeds Lord, gets Wakeham up. Good! And he draws the foul.
Yeah, and I almost wonder if Lord got away with a travel there at first. It looked like he shuffled his feet a little bit.
Well, that's what Coach Mitchell Roy was just signaling to the official.
Let's see on the CM Brown replay right here, Jonathan. No, I didn't look it.
That foul was the second foul called on Wakeham. And Lord calmly sinks that free throw to give him double digits for the game. Now the lead is back up to 5 again. Wakeham in trouble, and the ball is stolen by Hadlock. 1 on 3, but he's ahead of the field. He banks it in. Roby pulls up and takes the 3. Long rebound grabbed by Dre Akins. And he spins away. Tried to spin away from Alex Leslie, who got called for the foul. Down to 7 seconds to go, and after a valiant comeback by the Profile Patriots, the Littleton Crusaders will